Mr. Joe Vitale, how are you doing today?
I'm great. I am excited to be here with you.
Thank you very much. It's so an honor for me to receive you here at the Summit of Abundance, and people are so happy to have you with us today for two times. It's incredible, and it's a really great honor for us to receive you. Thank you very much. And before I leaving you the stage to you, I just want to say to people, la traduction de l'anglais à français est disponible juste en bas dans votre Zoom. Du côté droit en bas, vous allez juste à cliquer sur la petite tête, vous allez pouvoir choisir la traduction en français. I just said to people that the translation is now open, so they can click on that. So, Joe, I'm leaving you with that, my friend. The stage is yours. So we're going to talk. You're going to talk to us about the 5 keys to accelerate the law of attraction. I read that book. It's incredible. You give me the honor to do the preface. Thank you very much. And let's see you in 45 minutes and chat a little
Well,
bit after.
let me say two things before you leave. Don't run
Yeah,
off yet. One is, do you want me to speak normally or do you want me to pause for translation?
you can talk normally.
Talk normally. All right. The second is, I would like to speak for about 20 or 30 minutes and then welcome questions. Is that okay?
That's okay.
Okay. Then thank you.
Just when you're ready for the question, just ask us and I will come back.
All right. Thank you. Excellent.
Thank you, John.
Welcome, everybody. It is a joy to be here, and I have the honor of speaking to you 2 times today. That's going to be wonderful. And I'm going to do my best to help you. I want to inspire you, and I want to give you information that you can apply today to start to have a better life, a happier life, for you to attract what you want to have, do, or be faster than ever before. Now, to begin, I want this to be practical. So I'm going to ask you a question. What would you like to have, do, or be as a result of attending this seminar today? Think about it. What would you like to have, do, or be? And whatever it is, write it down. Get a pen, and write it down. That way, you've declared an intention. And whatever you hear today can help you achieve that intention. So begin there. Don't pass this step up. It's very important that you declare your intention. And I'll tell you why in a couple minutes. Next, I want you to know that what I'm sharing with you is from this book. This book is brand new, available for purchase now, and I'm very proud of it. Now I'm going to share with you the 5 keys that are in this book. All right, are you ready? Should we get started? I'm having some tea. I love you all. I love you for making time to be here. Not everybody makes time to make a difference in their lives. You are making time. You are one of the light workers. You're one of the chosen ones. You're one of those that's making a difference in the entire world. So I'm proud of you, and I'm glad you're here. Now, let me prove to you that the 5 keys work. And I want to tell you a story. I went to Thailand 3 years ago. And there I met a young man. He was only 35 years old. And he told me the most amazing story. He said that, I think it was 15 years earlier, he had been homeless. He had nothing. He was broke. No job, no car, no money, no family, no relationship. He was sleeping on the beaches of Thailand. He was homeless. He called a friend of his in another country and he asked for help. And the friend said, I'm not going to send you any money, but I'll send you a book. His friend sent him a copy of the book, The Secret. Now, you probably saw the movie The Secret. You probably know that there was a book that came out after The Secret came out called The Secret. Maybe you read it. Well, my homeless friend was mad. He was angry. He was starving and he wanted help. He didn't want a book. But because he was sent a book, he thought, well, maybe there's something to it. And what he did was decide to prove the book wrong. I'm going to prove the book wrong. And he starts to read the book and apply some of the principles. And he says, well, let me see if I can attract a cup of coffee. And he attracts a cup of coffee. And he thinks, well, maybe that was a coincidence. So now he thinks, let me try to attract lunch. Somebody buys him lunch. And then he thinks, well, maybe there's something to this. And he tries to attract a part-time job. He gets one. He tries to attract the place to live. He gets one. Long story short, when I met him a few years ago in Thailand, he's 35 years old. He's a billionaire. He is one of the youngest real estate tycoons in all of Thailand. And more than that, he had 20 other businesses. He was running a gym, coffee shops, gas stations, and more. All this from a man who was homeless and didn't think these principles work. Today, that young man is a friend of mine, and I helped him write a book. It's called Homeless to Billionaire. His name is Andres Pira. So at some point, you can look up his name and you can look up his book, and you'll see the story is true. So my question to you is, if that can happen to a homeless man, you're probably not homeless. What can happen for you? Can you have, do, or be what you want? Napoleon Hill, who wrote Think and Grow Rich, had said, if you can conceive it and believe it, you can achieve it. So, when you answer the question, what do you want to have, do, or be, can you conceive it? Can you think it's possible? Can you believe it? Do you believe in your heart that this could happen for you? Because if you can conceive it and believe it, you can achieve it. So this is very exciting. So with that evidence in mind, let's talk about the 5 keys. What is the very first one? You can probably guess it's the power of intention. Intention. The very first key is to know what you want. Now, why is this important? Because your intention starts the motor in your brain. Your brain is always working. It's active right now. But most of the time, your brain is focused on your survival. That's good. And it's working because you're surviving. You're here. But you can request that your brain help you with other things, goals, dreams, intentions. But your brain cannot help you if you don't tell it what you want. So the very first key is to know, what is it that you want to have, do, or be? My philosophy is you should ask yourself that question every day. When you wake up in the morning, what do you want to have, do, or be that day? When we started this particular training, this module right now, I invited you to write down what do you want from today, from this session. Part of what happens when you tell yourself what you want is that your brain starts to scan the environment that you're in. Your brain starts to sort through everything you see and everything you hear. Your brain is on alert to find the information that I will say, or the other speakers today will say, that will help you achieve or attract your intention. So the very first step is to know what you want. Now, what if you don't know what you want? Years ago, I wrote a book called The Attractor Factor. And the attractor factor is what got me invited to be in the movie The Secret. In the attractor factor, I said the very first step in that book was to know what you don't want. Why would it be useful to know what you don't want? When you know what you don't want, you can turn it around. You can reverse it. And you can state what you do want. For example, if you're sitting there and you don't feel well, you're ill, that's what you don't want. What would be an intention? I intend to be healthy. Or maybe you're sitting there and you're alone and you are tired of being alone. What would be an intention? I intend to find my partner. I intend to find my soulmate. I intend to find a friend. Or you may be sitting there and you don't have enough money. What would be an intention? I intend to be financially free. I intend to attract more than enough money. Intentions are powerful. It's really important that you state an intention. First, as I say, it programs your mind. But second, you tell the universe what you want. Now, when I say universe, you can say God, the divine, source. Sometimes I say it's the great something. You're telling the great something this is what you want. And now, not only is your brain looking for ways to help you achieve your intention, but now the universe, the divine, is looking for ways to help you achieve your intention. This is why it's very important that the very first step is know your intention. So, if you haven't written down your intention, do it right now. And if you did write down your intention, look at it and ask yourself, is this what I really want? And be sure that you're stating what you honestly in your heart would welcome into your life. Now let's move to the second stage, the second key in the book, the second key. The second key is something I call Nevelize. Nevelize is a word I coined to pay respect to an author by the name of Neville Goddard. Most people just call Neville Goddard Neville. He was an author of many books. He gave lots of presentations, and he had a unique way of helping people attract their intentions. And I called his unique way Nevelizing. So let me explain the second key to you. When you state your intention, wheels start to turn and your mind becomes active and the universe comes into play to support you. You can help accelerate the attraction of your intention by nevelizing what you want. What does that mean? Nevelizing means you pretend that what you want already happened. What that means is if you said, I intend to attract more money, that's your intention. Nevelizing would mean pretend you already have the money you want. You got it yesterday, or you got it this morning. And then you ask yourself, what does it feel like to have my intention come true? Because the feeling in your body and mind is what you want. In a way, you are fooling yourself because you have to convince yourself that your intention already came true. If you intended better health, pretend you are well and you feel better. If you intended to be in a romance, pretend you're dating last night and woke up with your partner this morning. What does that feel like? If you were intending more success in your business, pretend it already happened. What does that feel like? Neville said, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. What does that mean? He says, assume the feeling of your intention already completed. Think about this. Pretend that the very intention you want came true last night. How would you feel today if you assume the feeling of the intention fulfilled? You'd feel good. You'd feel happy. Neville would encourage you to pretend that it came true, and then he would ask you, who would you call? Who would you write? What would you do? And mentally feel that you go through those steps. For example, if you intended to attract more money, and now you're nevelizing that intention by pretending you already attracted more money, now pretend, who would you call? Would you call your mother or father? Would you call your best friend? Would you post on ebook, oh, I manifested my goal? Would you write a blog post? Would you create a video? Would you create a audio? Would you go out and celebrate? Whatever it is that you feel that you might do when your intention has come true, play that out in your mind. All of this role playing and self-convincing is helping you nevelize your intention. Again, nevelizing means you are feeling it real. I recorded a song many years ago with Grammy-nominated singer Ruthie Foster. And the song is called Feel It Real. Feel it real. Nevelizing is all about feel it real. So again, the first key is intention. What do you want to have, do, or be? The second key is nevelize. Pretend what you want to have, do, or be already happened. What would it feel like? And in fact, if you're writing notes today, write down a couple notes on what it would feel like to have your intention come true. What would that feel like? Write it down right now. Okay. Now, the third step, the third key in the new book. The third key is very important. The third key is get clear. Get clear. What does that mean? I'll tell you the truth. I believe the third step is the most important step out of all of them. Only because if you are not clear, you will block your results. So let me explain. Getting clear means getting clear of limiting beliefs, of self-doubt, of the programming, of the data that's in your mind. You see, when you say, I intend to attract more money, that's a wonderful intention. That's the first key. And then you nevelize it, which is the second key. You could stop it if, in the third step, you don't believe you deserve money, or you believe money is bad. You have to understand that each of us has been programmed with limiting beliefs that are not serving us in attracting our intentions. It's not your fault because you and I grew up with people all around us who had limiting beliefs. They were innocent. They were unconscious, but they passed those beliefs to us. And so here we are today, and we say, oh, I'm going to intend to attract a life partner. And you nevelize it. So you're doing the first key and the second key. But then, because you don't believe you're worthy of a partner, or you don't believe it's possible, or you have beliefs like all the good ones are taken, or you don't think you're lovable, or you don't believe in love, any of those beliefs can block you from having your intention. This is why this third key is so important. You have to find and erase the limiting beliefs inside your subconscious and unconscious mind. How do you do that? All right, let me quickly give you 5 ways to get clear. The very first way is Ho'oponopono. And my presentation a little later today is all about Ho'oponopono. So I won't dwell on it here because I'm going to explain it there. I will tell you, if you don't know, Ho'oponopono is basically saying 4 simple phrases inside yourself. And as you say them, you can help get clear. What are the 4 phrases? I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And thank you. You say them inside yourself as a kind of prayer to the great something. And the great something can help remove the limiting beliefs in you. So the first way to get clear is with Ho'oponopono. The second way to get clear is with tapping. Tapping is EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. In the early days, it was called TFT, Thought Field Therapy. And I love tapping. Tapping is like psychological acupuncture. And what you're doing is tapping on parts of your body to release stuck energy that represents the limiting beliefs. So let me quickly demonstrate this. There's lots of videos online and lots of different people, clients and friends of mine, have videos and have books on tapping. So you can find information for free, doing a little search later. But let me give you a little example of tapping right now. So let's say your intention, the first key, is to attract more money. And then the second key, you nivelize having more money. Good. But then the third one is you notice you're not receiving money and you need to get clear of whatever's blocking you from receiving money. An example of how to do this could be you come up with what you think is the belief. You take a guess at it. And then you want to start tapping under like the karate part, fleshy palm area underneath. And you're tapping and you're saying, even though I believe money is bad, I deeply love, accept, and forgive myself. Even though I believe money is bad, I deeply love, accept, and forgive myself. Even though I believe money is bad, I deeply love, accept, and forgive myself. So the beginning of what you're doing here is the belief. And it could be anything. Even though I don't deserve money, even though I think money is the root of all evil, even though I think money is scarce, it can be any belief. And then you say the belief and you say, even though I believe this belief, I deeply love, accept, and forgive myself. So you do that 3 times. And then you take just the key words from the belief you're tapping away. And it could be money bad. And I tap the top of my forehead, my skull. And then I come in here, money bad. I'm just repeating it. My side of my eyes, money bad. Under my eyes, money bad. Under my nose, money bad. Under my lip, money bad. I come down to my shoulder, collarbone, money bad. My chest, money bad. And I come up and in the between the thumb and the index finger and tap money bad. Done. That's 1 round of tapping away a belief. Now again, there's lots of videos on how to do this online. Brad Yates has 1,000 or more videos, all free. And he and I created a program called Money Beyond Belief that you might check out. And there's a book that just came out called Instant Pain Relief by Shalini, Instant Pain Relief. So you can find information on how to do these various tapping techniques. But tapping is one of the ways to get clear. So another way to get clear, because I said I'd give you 5 ways. The first way I gave you is Ho'oponopono. The second way is tapping. And the third way is to question beliefs. Question beliefs. So if you notice that you have a belief that's something like, I don't deserve success. I don't deserve love. I don't deserve money. I don't deserve happiness. Whatever the belief is, you question it. And you might say to yourself, where did I first hear that belief? And allow your mind to go back in time, because it might remember a story of when you were a child and you were yelled at by a teacher, by a gym instructor, by your parents, by anybody. And you, as a child, concluded you're not good enough, or you're bad, or you're not likable, or you're not lovable. So you question the belief to find out the original source of the belief. And then you want to look at it with the eyes of an adult. You're not a child anymore. You're grown up. You're here now with me at this amazing event. And you can look at what you heard as a child, but with the consciousness of who you are now. And that light of awareness can help you release the belief. The next way of getting clear would be with a coach. I'm a great believer in having a coach. I started a coaching program 15 years ago. It's at miraclescoaching.com, miraclescoaching.com. It's because I found out that I had breakthroughs and accelerated results when I had somebody who can help me find and release and get clear of limiting beliefs. You can certainly find beliefs and clear them on your own. People do it all the time. But when you have a coach or a mentor, you do it faster because the coach or mentor is not living in your mind or out of the beliefs you've been programmed with. The coach and or mentor is mirroring. They're being a mirror to you. We are living in our own self-created universe. We don't see our beliefs because our beliefs look like reality to us. So when you have a mentor who can reflect back to you what your beliefs are, you can often see the beliefs for the first time. I have been in many situations where I would hear somebody speak a limiting belief and notice they didn't become aware that it was a limiting belief. They said it as if it's true for everybody, but it's not. So we can all use help. And I think the fourth way to get clear is by having a coach. So consider coaching or mentoring with somebody. And the fifth way to get clear is one of my favorite subjects, and that is gratitude. Gratitude. Gratitude is so amazing. Gratitude is probably the single most powerful thing you can do to change your life right now. I'm in several movies telling a famous story now called The Pencil Story. And I'll tell it to you very quickly in case you've heard it before. When I was broke and struggling, I had been homeless. I had been in poverty for 10 years. I struggled a very long time. And I was unhappy. I was mad. I was angry. I was trying. I was reading books from the library. I was working on myself the best I could. This was before the internet. This is before a lot of things like today's wonderful event is a great gift to you. But I didn't have that when I was suffering. And I kept hearing that gratitude would help me. And I remember thinking, oh, I'll be grateful when I have something to be grateful for. I wasn't grateful. But I kept hearing about practicing gratitude, and I thought, well, let me try it. And I picked up, this is a pen, but I picked up a pencil at the time. And I looked at the pencil and said, okay, I'll be grateful. With this pencil, I can write a grocery list. And I was flippant. I was skeptical. I was angry. I didn't believe that I was grateful at all. And with this pen, I can write a suicide note. And I can write an angry letter to somebody. I can write a song. I can write a poem. I can write a movie. I can write a manifesto. I can write a novel. And as I played with what I could do with the pencil, I started to really feel grateful. I started to think, oh my goodness, look what I can do with this pencil. It's a work of genius. And I looked and there was an eraser at the end of the pencil and I thought, that's brilliant. I can erase the suicide note. I can change any misspellings in my great American novel. Within a minute or two, I went from skeptical to almost enlightened. I went from angry and believing that the world wasn't fair, to my heart opening, my mind opening, and me feeling love for all of life. All from gratitude. Gratitude. Gratitude is something you can do anytime, anywhere, for any reason, for no reason. You can pick up a pencil. You can pick up a book. You can pick up glasses. You can pick up your water bottle. You can pick up anything and just start to say, I'm grateful for this because, and make up answers. So getting clear is very, very important. It's the third step in our 5 keys. And I gave you 5 ways to get clear. Ho'oponopono, which I'll talk about more in a few hours. The tapping technique, just tap it away. Questioning beliefs on your own. Hiring a coach or a mentor. And of course, gratitude. So what is the next step? The 4th step in our 5 keys is something a lot of people don't do. The 4th step is to take inspired action. A lot of people self-sabotage as a way to protect themselves. But I have learned that you have to take action. Action is how you co-create the results you want in life. For example, I'm an author. I've written well over 80 books. If I just sat down and stated an intention, I want to write books, and nebulized, oh, I've written books, or got clear of any blocks in me about deserving being an author, but I didn't take action, there would be no books. In the early days, before computers, I had to go to a typewriter, and I typed my books. These days, I go to the computer, and I still type my books. But unless I took action, there would be no book. I'm also a musician. I have recorded 15 albums. In the beginning, I just stated an intention. I want to be a musician. I want to be a singer-songwriter. And then I would nebulalize what it would be like to record. And then I had to get clear of my doubts about me. And after I did all those steps, the very 4th step, the 4th key, I had to take action. Action is co-creating your results. I say co-creating because the universe will do its part if you do your part. So I've invited you today to write down your intention. And now as you look at your intention, I've invited you to nebulize. What does it feel like to have it? And then I invited you to pay attention to beliefs that might surface in your mind so you can get clear of them. And then after you get clear of your beliefs, you should see that there's an action to take. Maybe it's a very small action step, a baby step, but you can take it. And it's important for the 4th key that you take that action step and take it now. When you take the action step, the next step becomes apparent. A lot of people think, oh, I need to see the map. I need to see the step-by-step journey to get from here to my intention. That map does not exist. You create the map with the steps you take. So, as you are there in this moment with me, there is an action for you to take. You need to take that action to begin to co-create the results you want. That's the 4th key. So, what is the fifth key? What is the fifth key? The fifth key is trust, it's faith, it's having the mental understanding that even though you stated your intention, you want to trust the universe to give you this or something better. Now, this is an important mindset. A lot of people say, I want this particular result, and they're focused on it. And they're so focused on it, they're blind to all the other possibilities for something so much better that they have no idea what they're missing. And so my experience and my advice is to know what you want and to go through all the keys we're talking about. But in the fifth key, have a open mind. Realize that you might say, I want a particular car, not knowing there's actually a really better car out there that the universe knows about. The universe could make you aware of it and you'll be happier with it, but you have to remember this or something better. In my early book, The Attractor Factor, I had advised people that whenever you write down your intention, add the phrase, this or something better, to it. And so when you wrote your intention for today, or whenever you write an intention, you can add the fifth key. Just add at the end of the intention, this or something better. This will open you to the possibility of something greater, something that'll make you happier, wealthier, healthier in some ways you can't even imagine right now. Most of us focus on the moment and we focus on what our ego thinks is right for us. But what I'm suggesting is that your ego doesn't know the world of all possibilities. The divine does, the great something does. And so when you let go, you open yourself to receive this or something even better. So let's review very quick. This is the new book. There's 5 keys. And the first key is your intention. What do you want to have, do, or be? The second key is to nevelize, feel it real. The third key is to get clear of limiting beliefs. The fourth key is to take inspired action. Even a little small step will help you co-create what you want. And the fifth key is to remember this or something better. You put all of this together and you can truly expect miracles.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vitale. It was so great to hear you, and this book is so fantastic. I love
Yes,
it, and it's on discount until Monday, so everybody's gonna get the link on the chat to buy the book. So I read it, and I say to people, buy this book. It's a really great book. So are you ready for one or two questions?
sure. Bring them on.
All right. I got a question from Luida here. Is what is the most common mistake that come up when doing the abundance visualization?
What is the most common mistake when doing the like nevelizing?
Yeah.
Okay, most common mistake. Um, the most common mistake when doing the advanced visualization, what I'm calling nevelizing, is not imagining what they would do in that fulfilled state. It's one thing to imagine that your intention came true, but Neville said, imagine what you would be doing when your intention came true. So don't just feel it real, imagine some of the actions you would take. So, yes, you would feel great, but who would you call? Who would you go see? What would you write? What would you express? What would you share? Make the nebulization as complete as possible by imagining activities you would take once your intention came true.
Great. Thank you very much. The other question is, why can I attract a lover for a harmonious relationship? What can block me? She's trying for a couple of years and she's blocked with that.
And that's a wonderful question. And this is what everybody needs to do. When you state your intention, which is the first key, at that point, right then and there, the beliefs that are stopping you from it will start to arise in your mind. So you have to be self aware. You have to listen to your own self talk. I could only guess what that person might be thinking, but that person knows what they're thinking. If they say, I'm ready for a harmonious relationship, but their thoughts are, all the good ones are taken, or that'll never happen to me, or I'm too old, or I'm too young, or I'm too tall, or I'm too thin. Those are the beliefs that we want to get clear of. But in order to get clear of them, we have to hear them first. This is where I say you have to be ruthlessly honest with yourself. You state an intention and then you become self aware of what you tell yourself after it. Do you really feel it's possible? If not, why not? Those answers are the beliefs that you want to address.
Thank you very much. The other question is from myself. I read your book, Money, Love, Speed, and I really love it. And my question would be, can you talk to me about the concept of the money, love, speed? Because a lot of people here are here with the question of abundance and say they want more money in their life and everything. And I would like to hear about you about this concept of money, loving, speed.
It's more than money that loves speed. In the movie The Secret, I'm in it saying the universe loves speed. The universe loves speed and money loves speed. And what that means is the ideas that come to us, whether it's for a business, whether it's for an intention, whether it's for an action we are to take, come to us as gifts. The universe gave it to us. The universe expects us to act on it. If we don't act on it right away, those ideas will go to somebody else. So that's the first level. You need to act because you received a gift. If you do not act right away, the gift will bypass you and somebody else will act on it and profit from it and benefit from it. The second big reason to act when you have an idea, because money loves speed and the universe loves speed, is that there is a rush of energy that comes to you when you have a great idea. I know when I get an idea, I'm out of my mind with excitement and energy. You can use that energy to manifest the idea. If you get the idea and you have this rush of excitement, but you wait, and you go to implement the idea in weeks or months, it'll still be a good idea, but the energy will be gone. You won't have the rush of enthusiasm. So you want to act on ideas because they're gifts and because they come with energy you can use. Money loves speed and the universe loves speed.
Great. And what's the link between the law of attraction and the intuition?
Well, they're deeply linked because intuition is another way for you to receive information. When you state what you want to have, you are engaging the law of attraction. Now the law of attraction goes to work to help bring what you want, your intention, into your life. Intuition is one way you're going to receive information on how to do something to make your intention come true. Intuition and intellect are two sides of the same coin. It's your heart and your mind working together to bring you what you want to attract.
So we feel something, when we feel we should do something, it's a calling from the universe, and we should make a step and
Act on
move,
it.
make an action.
Yeah, right. Move.
A lot of people don't move when they feel that they should move. That's one of the big problem, I think. Eh?
Well, that's where they also want to ask themselves, why am I not taking action? Because there's usually a fear. It's usually because they're protecting themselves. They think they're going to make a mistake. They think they're going to make a fool of themselves. They think they're going to fail in some way. This is why in the book, one of the statements, one of the keys is getting clear. You get clear of those limiting beliefs. When you get clear, you'll take action. Because what was stopping you from taking action was a belief.
Yeah.
For example, if I had an idea for another book today, I'd go write it. There are no limiting beliefs in me when it comes to writing books. So when you remove the limiting beliefs, you'll go and take action. You won't stop. It's an opportunity to get clear.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vitale. It was great to hear you today. We're gonna give all the information to the people for the book, and we'll see you this afternoon for the Ho'oponopono information. Thank you very much, and
Thank you for the honor
yes,
of being
God
here. I
bless you.
look forward to later. Thank you.
Thank you.